All right. On May 5th, 2024, I did a little site walk of the area, downslope of the lagoons. That's the red. I'm going to point out a couple things to in context here. Here's a parking lot. Here's an existing parking lot. The proposed parking lot 4 is generally in this area, for this area. These are the spray fields that the sewage is sprayed up onto. This is downslope of the spray fields, and there's a stream somewhere in here that captures that flow and I think groundwater, and this going this direction is downslope of here. When I get to this part, I'm going to talk about a stream that is groundwater that becomes surface water right here and then flows down through here. So I'm going to skip some of this, but this is looking up towards the little building. That little building is right in this area, underneath the trees, I think, in this aerial photo. And the big reason I took this photo was to show that there's a lot of wetland seep right there. In a second, I'll show you the video that shows substantial surface water flow coming through here. That surface water flow starts from right over here, and it's groundwater becoming surface water. And in only about 20 or 30 feet, it goes from water under the ground to water on the surface. And this is the other channel of that. So here's the video.
Brook, you can see the water from the seep.
So this is water flowing from that seep going directly into Beck Brook. It's also flowing over here too. And this is all flowing.
There's that part of the seep.
And as you look upslope, there's that ash with the blue flagging. There's the little building. This is all that wetland seep I showed you photos of a minute ago. This is sort of the other channel, if you will, or flow path of that. And this is flowing not as fast, but it still has surface water flow. Moving this direction, and I'm going to point out where the lagoon wall is. You can just barely see it. It's a mowed area up here. This is looking upslope from near the edge of Beck Brook. More wetland seep. Couple more photos of the same thing. Here's a piezometer, I think, to monitor groundwater. Note the oak tree and the piezometer here because I'm going to show this more close up. Beck Brook is right here, and this is all wetland seep. So moving forward, there's that oak tree and the piezometer. Substantial amount of wetlands and wetland seep. And it is flowing as surface water at this point into Beck Brook. You can't tell how much is flowing underneath the surface, though, which might be really important. Just a photo taken looking downstream. Here's the access road to the main access road to the ski area is up on here. To the left is the lagoon. This was all ditched and created that way back in the 60s when they built this stuff. The gabion baskets are still intact. I'm going to show a photo up close of this orange flocculent wet material. It is dripping, and I'm going to show another couple photos. These baskets are largely intact, but this area here, or this gabion basket right here, is at a 45-degree angle. Oh, here it is, looking at it. This is that wetland stream I mentioned earlier. The flow is really flowing through here. I don't know if this has ever been tested for any kind of nutrients, despite the fact that where it originates appears to be groundwater that becomes surface water right at the upslope edge, the southern edge of the three lagoons. And this is that stuff seeping out right over top of the gabion baskets. Another photo looking at the gabion baskets again, somewhat undermined. This one is definitely falling over into the stream. And this is taken from the road, looking out just to kind of give you an idea of how high the water is. I didn't want to walk up there. And here are the gabion baskets right here. Going to the other side of the access road, which is here. This is the culvert under the road. Just pointing out some of the erosion coming off of the stormwater drain or erosion occurring because of the flow out of that drain. A couple more photos, and then that's the end of this. There's 3 or 4 distinct areas of sediment just rolling right down this hill, going right into Beck Brook. Very clear. This is what it looks like from at the edge of the parking area. Um, you could see there's almost no vegetation. Of course, it's early May, but there's almost no vegetation, and there's just a wall of sand and sediment down there. And this is if you go to that, the next photo is taken from right at the edge here. You can see it just going down right into the stream. Just something I noticed too is that it didn't seem like there was so much orange flocculent material in this part of the stream. I don't know what it looks like going farther upstream, but I just happened to notice that. And this is a photo looking at that same area that I was just showing. But you can see there's no stormwater controls or anything in here. And a lot of the water and a lot of the sediment is just going right off of this and then directly into Beckbrook. So that's looking this way and just goes directly into Beckbrook at that point. So I'll stop at the overview